Straw Hut Media.
Welcome to Ask Me Anything, a beacon of spiritual exploration hosted by celebrated mediums Kellee White and James Van Praagh. From the mysteries of astrological aspects to the depths of personal growth, no topic is off limits. Your questions light the path as we navigate the intricacies of our spiritual existence together. So, are you ready to delve deeper?
Hi, everybody. I'm spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White, and welcome to Ask Me Anything. I want to run a story by you and see if anybody has had this experience, or if you know anybody who's had this experience. And then I promise I'm going to get into the doom and gloom. But I have had the strangest experience, and I've never known anybody that has had this, so I have to talk about it. I have this thing about cinnamon. Like I don't like the smell of cinnamon. I don't like the cinnamon. Ugh. I have never liked cinnamon. My brother Danny and I have always had a bond of not liking cinnamon. I mean, to the point where, I smell it and I go, oh, like I can't handle it. I don't put it in my food. If there's a recipe that calls for it, I have never put it in. And anyway, so I think I make my point. I never liked cinnamon ever. I mean, my whole life, I never liked it. Some people don't like cilantro. Well, I love cilantro, but I hate cinnamon. Anyway, so then I had COVID. And then after COVID, I lost my taste of smell and taste, and as somebody who has been a chef and loves to cook, it was really a drag for me to have that loss of taste and smell. And that went on for several weeks. And then I went into a Trader Joe's in the fall. Now, for me to even go to a Trader Joe's is a big deal because it's far away. But anyway, I went into Trader Joe's. And in Los Angeles, I used to avoid Trader Joe's during the fall like the plague because of those cinnamon brooms that they have out. If you've ever been to a Trader Joe's, they have these cinnamon brooms. But anyway, I walked into the Trader Joe's in Madison, and they had these cinnamon brooms, and I'm like, oh boy, here I go. But all of a sudden, I could smell them. I was like, that's cinnamon, I can smell it. Oh my God, literally, it revived me. I had my taste back, my smell back, all from walking into that Trader Joe's. It all happened like this. But here's the weird thing, and this is what I'm wondering if this has ever happened to anybody after they've had COVID. The only thing I could figure, this is really strange, but I am now addicted to cinnamon, and I put it in everything. I actually went through 2 bottles of old cinnamon that I had here that I never used. I bought a new bottle of cinnamon, and I am becoming this cinnamon girl. I don't know what it is. I just love, I wake up thinking, oh, I'm going to have cinnamon in something. It's the damnedest thing ever. I had a latte today. Cinnamon went in my latte. So anyway, I'm curious if anybody has ever gone through this experience of despising. I mean, I was like, whoa, I couldn't even say the word cinnamon. And now I can't get enough of it. So there you go. I just want to know if anybody has had that experience. I would love to know. But let's talk about what's going on right now. Has it been a hell of a week, right? I mean, it's bad enough with in the East with, Israel and everything that's going on with this. That's just been a real hard thing. But now, then we had where do I even begin? There was a big hurricane, a major hurricane that came out of the blue in Acapulco, a category 5, that I don't know how many people have lost their life to that one. And then there was that horrible mass shooting yesterday in Maine, where currently I think it's 18 people have passed away and 22 have been severely hurt, which is just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. It has really made Earth even, I hate to use the word scary or more frightening, but it is a tough place to be. It really is. And I found it interesting that it's happening around Halloween time where things are frightening. And you don't have to dress up to be frightened. You just, turn on the news and that'll scare the shit out of you. But I mean, it's just unbelievable. It's I think what's going on. But let's talk about the astrology of this, because this is what I've been saying about this time period. This is a very challenging time period. I can't make light of this, and I'm going to try to bring light to this, but it's a tough one. It's a tough one because we've got days and weeks of really rough energies here. Okay. And let's just start with this lunar eclipse. In the East Coast, so guys can do the math. In New York on the East Coast, it'll be from approximately 2 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. on the East Coast. Okay, so you guys can do the math of where it is where you guys live. And this is a very potent eclipse. Not all eclipses are this intense. Yes, eclipses are intense, but this one seems to be more so, okay? Because of the way the planets are lined up with this eclipse, which I'm going to explain in a second. And this eclipse will be not seen in the United States except in parts of the East Coast, okay? And this eclipse in Vedic astrology, it happens in Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars. Aries is intense. And this eclipse also has the moon conjunct with Rahu, which is what an eclipse is. And Rahu and Ketu are shadow planets. At the same time, Jupiter, the large planet, the planet of wisdom and spirituality, really, and wisdom, conjuncts Uranus, the planet of surprise, which means they're at the same degree in the same sign. And it's very intense. And so also what's happening is we have 4 planets in Libra, which is Mercury, the Sun. So Mercury is communication. Sun would be like leaders of states. Mars is the planet of war. And Ketu is this shadow south node whose job is to bring us to spirituality. Now, how do people get to spirituality? Usually through intense times or intense trauma. And the other side of that are the planets in Aries, which is the opposite of Libra, which is Rahu, Jupiter, and Uranus. And so we've got this kind of intensity opposing each other. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And Rahu represents material wealth and going forward. And Ketu represents spiritual wealth and everything spiritual. So they're the opposite. And Ketu's job is to liberate the individual through spirituality. And additionally, this eclipse occurs in the nakshatra, which is the celestial house in Vedic astrology of what's called Ashwini, which focuses on healing, and it makes us go inward. And so if you can, it would be best if you can just stay in, especially during the eclipse. Like, this is not a time to go out and do something new. Not a time for that. It's really a time to go inward, because this lunar eclipse, lunar eclipses are not a time also, let me say this, where you will put your crystals out, okay? Energies of an eclipse are not good. They're just not good energies. And they can bring up a lot of turbulent emotions for people. And at the same time, I wanted to say this too. Saturn, which is, karmic, intense planet, is aspecting this eclipse in Aries also. And it's conjunct, which means next to this fixed star called L Sheridan. And this fixed star, L Sheridan, they call that the left horn of the ram. It is this combined energy of Mars and Saturn, and it has a violent nature. And I think that's what the shooting was about yesterday as well. So this is a time to not be impatient. You can't be impulsive. You have to watch driving. Go slowly. Out where I live in Wisconsin, and I'm hearing about it from many, many people now, a lot of deer and a lot of deer accidents. Watch things like that. Air travel will be challenging. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, challenging. Okay, and let's not forget, Jupiter and Uranus are still retrograde. And this is just a very intense time, because Mars is also aspecting Jupiter fully. And Jupiter makes things bigger. And so when that happens, it brings bigger energy to the picture here. So I can't say enough things about how intense this time is. It is going to continue to be intense. There's so many other things here, but it's the energy of transformation. And so it will have to change our consciousness. And when we have all of these things that are happening that are very violent, it does make you need to go inward and to, bring peace to yourself and help others, bring peace to others. And that it's going to be a very intense time. And Mars and Mercury also conjoin together. And that's a very, very intense time as well. But there's more, because then on top of that, we have this Saturn will be going direct. And when Saturn turns, where it's retrograde and it's going to go direct, it stands still for like 3 or 4 days. And that period of time, like November 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, that period of time is intense. So, you just want to remember this. You want to do the best that you can do. You want to know this too, that this eclipse that we're having can stress relationships out. So you might want to notice in a relationship what kind of patterns are arising. Okay. And where are you getting challenged? And all of this is with this eclipse is to be able to let things go that you can, like work through whatever traumas you can that you've had and release. If you can, release them. If you've been carrying on all kinds of things that you have not let go of, this eclipse is asking you to let go so you can move forward to make change. That's what eclipses are about. And again, if you go back to the year 2004, look at your life then, 4 and 5, this has a lot to do with this eclipse. And at the end of November, these north and south nodes are changing signs. And that's going to bring up a whole other set of things for us to work on. And I'll be talking about that as time goes on. So what you want to do is this during this eclipse. You really want to make sure that you meditate if you can. Maybe go for a nice little walk. Maybe do some yoga or qigong or some stretching. Maybe pet your animal, hug your children, anything that you can do, like to keep it in a positive day for yourself. And also, dreams are going to be pretty out there right now, because as the veil gets thin, as it's getting thinner, we are also going to be experiencing visits from our loved ones. And if you're thinking about them, they're there with you. So just remember, if you can, during this period of time, pay attention to your dreams. Don't react if you can. Just try to make the conscious decision. I'm not going to react. I'm going to observe. This is a great time for observation. Okay. And just, be good to yourself. This is all about us growing. And remember, and I say this every time, but we did want to be here during this period of time on Earth to watch all of these changes. I got asked a question the other day, and I think it was on Monday's show with Jen Weidel, and she was on as my co-host. And it was about how do I feel about Earth? Is it ever going to get better? And I think that it will, but it's going to be in a long time in our mind of time. It will be. I do feel it will. Actually, I gave that a lot of thought. I feel that Earth is a school of continuously trying to challenge us to raise our consciousness. But eventually, I do believe that Earth turns around and people become conscious. I have to believe that. So I do believe that. So anyway, that is the astrology of what's going on. So it's kind of rough. It's very rough out there. Okay, so I hope that helps. And now I'm going to answer some questions. So I know everybody's got some great questions. Okay, I'm going to start with this one, and then I've got a bunch of them. Thanks for writing them in, everybody. I'm going to do the best I can to bring you guys some good information here. Sylvia Ambrose. Hi, Kelly. Thanks for everything you do. I always look forward to your shows. And your daughter's birthday is May 8th. Okay. Yes, absolutely. So May 8th is a Jack of Diamonds. So Jack of Diamonds is wildly creative, really creative. They are the ones that jump out of a box. They're they can do anything if they put their mind to it. They have energy forever, like long time. What they have to watch is picking up everybody else's stuff. Okay, because sometimes Jack of Diamonds tends to pick up other people's stuff. And so they have to really know who they are. Okay, and they're wildly creative, which I love. I love Jack of Diamonds. And they have to watch. Sometimes you get a little moody too. You have to watch that. But there you go. Okay, and this is, yes, Jen Chris asked, Kelly, for this eclipse, do we put our crystals out? No, do not make moon water. Do not put the crystals out. Okay, just be in with your crystals. That's what you want to do. And you're a Jack of Hearts, and Jack of Hearts on September 26th is all about sacrificing so your soul learns how to give and to take care of others. Okay, and this one is a good question. This is from Babasita. Babasita on Instagram wrote to me and said, I bought tickets for James and Gordon Smith's show in England, and she bought the tickets in April. She said, I was planning to get there, and she was so excited. She said, I live in Croatia, so thank you for watching. She said, I was so happy all year long that I was going to get to see them. She said, and I haven't been sick at all. And on Sunday, I got a fever, and I was like, okay, that'll pass. But yesterday, I got such a bad an ear infection that I couldn't even go on a plane. And she said, I ended up in the emergency room. I am so, so sad. What happened? I know it's for a reason, and your birthday's January 10th. So you know what I always say about the first 13 days in January? They're really difficult. And if you were born January 1st to the 13th, you took a hard incarnation to learn lots of things. And January 10th is a Four of Spades. Four of Spades does not have it easy, but you'd have to learn in life, things happen, honey. And even though and listen, it could have saved you from, getting sicker. Or it could have, maybe there would have been a plane accident, or maybe there would have been a car accident, or you never know on the other side what the real reason is that you couldn't go and you got sick on that time. And I'm sorry, honey, because I would have loved to have gone too. I made the choice not to go to Europe during this time because I had been sick with COVID. The thought of it was too much. And I had every reason in the world, including James and Gordon, to go. I had friends there and family there. My little brother Theo was sold out all over Europe, and I just put my foot down and couldn't go. So sometimes, and it's easy to get disappointed, and I get it. Sometimes those things happen, and you got to let it go. And don't worry, there'll be another time, honey, that you'll be able to see him, and it'll be better. Okay? And I'll be there. Okay. Hi, Kelly. This is from Rick and Carrie E. So Rick asks, hey, Kelly, thanks for the show. I love to ask questions and learn. He said, I'm sorry. In the universe regarding senses, I imagine that the 5 that we know exist, but I can't imagine what they are. Oh, that there's more than the 5 we know. Yes. Regarding colors, I imagine that many more colors exist behind the spectrum that we know, but I can't imagine what they would be. Regarding sounds, especially those produced by musical instruments, I imagine that many instruments sound like could exist beyond the wind and the reed and string instruments we know, but I can't imagine what they would be. Have you ever perceived senses and seen colors or heard musical sounds beyond the limits of our earthly perception? Yes, Rick, thanks for that question. Yes, I have. I've had a lot of what Mavis Patilla will call droplets of God. And droplets of God are when you have those moments where you either see something, you hear something, you're shown something. And I've had a lot of them. And that's why I feel responsible to help others, because I've seen so much. And one of the things that I got to hear was celestial sounds. I've actually heard them twice. And it's unlike anything that I could even describe here. And as most of you know, I'm married to a musician, and my father was a professional musician, and my brother Theo is a professional musician, and Don's a professional musician. I've never heard sounds like this before. And it was this celestial choir. And my mother heard it with me. And I actually talk about this in my book, and I'll talk about this later on, but it was an extraordinary experience, and it lasted a long time. And in fact, to the point where my mom was like, "Can you make it stop?" No, I couldn't. They really wanted me to get a dose of that. So the music does sound different, and it's incredible. Everything on that side is more vibrant. The colors that I have seen on that side are, you just want to dive into them. The colors are so vibrant. I drive through fall here, and now that I'm in Wisconsin, and it's so beautiful, and I am loving fall along with my cinnamon. I'm loving fall, and I mean, more so than I ever have. Something, I don't know how to explain it, but these colors are just, I want to dive into these colors, but in heaven, the colors are even more so. Okay. Did you guys see What Dreams May Come with Robin Williams? And they show the colors. That movie is pretty accurate when it comes to that description. Okay. So just, if you can, watch that and you'll get a taste. And I hope I answered that question for you. Hope that helps here. So let's see here. Wanda Santa Barbara, she says, "Good evening, Kellee. I'm so grateful for you and your show. My birthday is 10/21. So you're an ace of clubs. And and yes, I can get you a card for the Soul's Journey. We're going to I was in the mood for these today, the Soul's Journey, because folks, we're on a heck of a Soul's Journey, and we're all together on this journey. Some of us are in different places in our lives, but frankly, we're all on the same journey here, if you ask me. And so let me get you a card. Ace of Clubs loves to create also, and they're so interesting to me because they come to learn this, and they come to learn this, they come to learn that, they come to learn lots of things. The other thing about an Ace of Clubs is most often, and tell me if I'm wrong here, but most often they have a very challenging mother. Okay, balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. So balance is going to be important here for you. Okay, balance is really important. And your birthday was between these two eclipses. So that's a big one right there. Right there, because these eclipses, if your birthday is on the 28th, I would really be on October 28th. I'd really be resting and meditation. I really would. I know it sounds like it's not the funnest way to be in your birthday, but that's what I would do. Okay, and here's another question. This is from Carrie East. She says, "Hi, Kellee. Thank you for your show. I'm curious about the phenomena of brain trauma or illness or even coma, where a person emerges after one of these events with abilities in the paranormal realm that they didn't have before, such as in your life. In my life, yes. Does this happen because it's your dharma?" So there's a difference between karma and dharma. Karma is what we have to kind of make up for. We have to balance our karma. Dharma is what we are, our passion in life, and being able to go ahead with our soul's growth and doing, after getting through a lot of karma, we get to work on the dharma piece, which is so great. So I feel that it was my dharma, if the question is, and it was exactly the path I was supposed to be on. And I know for a fact that I planned this on the other side, or I had help planning it. I know I did, because I'd always been very intuitive as a kid. My whole life I was very intuitive, but this took it to some other level. And yeah, this would have been, this was because of my brain injury. Yes, if you have had, some people, before we come in, we choose, how do you want to wake up? Well, I guess I'll take a head injury. Oh, okay, I'll take major illness. I'll take a death of a loved one. Okay. And then whatever it is, some people absolutely have comas and come out of it with paranormal experiences and gifts too. So yes, I've heard a lot of people, this has happened to a lot of people here. And it is something when this happens, but it's a real thing here. Okay, so there you go. I just want to answer that question. And let's see. Oh, I've got a lot of other questions here. Okay, Joy says, "Hi, Kelly. Thank you so much for all you do. My mother passed over many years ago. Sometimes she feels so close. Other times I can't sense her presence at all. Her birthday was 8/9, and yours is 5/19. So her birthday, which made her a four of diamonds. I call the four of diamonds like a Ford truck. My grandmother's birthday was August 9th. That was a great day. And yours is 5/19. 5/19, if you're born between, about the 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, about that period of time, that's conjunct what they call the Death Star. That is not an easy placement at all. And 5/19 is also King of Clubs. So you're a female with a male brain. King of Clubs do not have it easy, period. They just don't. And you'll be very intuitive. You'll be very intuitive. So let's get you a card from Talking to Heaven, James's cards from Talking to Heaven, which are great cards and fun to use. And let's get you, and sometimes, and by the way, with souls, it also depends on how the kind of frame of mind we're in too. And the kind of frame of, like, if you're thinking about your loved one, they are there. They have to lower their vibration and we have to raise ours. Okay, but you can feel them around. If you're thinking about them, they're there. We have been together in dreams. So Joy, just know that your mother has come to you in your dreams. All right? So I don't want you to forget that. I want you to remember that. Okay. Michelle Kranz, I think this is the first time I've seen you wear black. No, it's not black. It looks that way, doesn't it? It's actually teal. Because I don't wear black. But thank you. Somebody else said that thought it was gray today. Okay, is this pendant amazing? A very dear friend of mine gave this to me. It's a beautiful opal, and it is my favorite. I just love, 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 love this. Love, love, love. Thank you for noticing it. Yes, Charlene Miller, do not put your crystals out and make moon water. No. Sue Wells, what was the question that you answered? Tell me, I'm not sure what the question is you're waiting for your sister Nancy. Hoping I did forget. I'm sorry, honey. Hopefully you can write it down and I'll find it again. Okay, because sadly I do forget. Okay, Persevering Pisces, you love cinnamon? That is hilarious. Okay, Kim Ann says the cinnamon issue is how I feel about broccoli and cauliflower, the smell of it. Okay, that's very funny. That's a funny one. Okay, Jessica Christian, let me give you a card from a loved one. And let's see, here we go. Life is a series of choices, so choose love. Okay, so if I were you from your loved one, I would be looking for in the clouds, hearts or forms of hearts. That's what I would be doing, okay? And for Vicky out there, Vicky, I'm going to get a card for you. Mike, from your beloved husband, let's get a card for you. Okay, Mike. If only I had known then what I know now, I would have lived differently. And I think what he means by that is he would have been with you since he was 10 years old. That's what I think. That's what I think, Vicky. I think he would have been with you forever. You know how sometimes couples get together later in life and they don't get to spend as much time with them, you know, and that's always how life works. Hi, Betty. Hi, Betty. Scott, so if anybody was looking for a therapist on the East Coast, look for Elizabeth Moore Scott on Psychology Today. Elizabeth Scott on Psychology Today. You can go to there and look her up. And she's a wonderful therapist if you're looking for a therapist who's spiritual on the East Coast. Vicky, yeah, maybe you should go to Trader Joe's and get your smell and taste back, because I know you had long haul COVID. Seriously. Kim Ann says cinnamon is good to keep your blood sugar level. Well, thank you. See, I didn't even know that. Thank you. Cinnamon is a superfood. Well, thank you. I appreciate all of that, everybody. I really do. Okay, Gina Marie. She says, hi, Kelly. My Aunt Patrice, and her birthday is 7/30. Your aunt's birthday is 7/30, July 30th, which is a Jack of Hearts. She welcomed her new grandbaby, Magnolia. A cute name. That is really cute. Into the world on October 25th. Wow. So October 25th, that was a tough day. Wow. So, wow, she came in. She's a 10 of hearts. So let me just say something about Magnolia. Any baby, any soul, because they're way older than babies, there's major souls that are coming into the world. The souls that are coming in now are here to bring intense amounts of light and joy. And I get this sense for your Aunt Patrice, how incredible that this baby Magnolia is going to be, because she's coming in between two eclipses. She'll be a powerhouse and she'll rock everybody's world. Okay. And her son Ray's birthday is 11/21, and he's a queen of hearts. So he's got a female brain, actually. And he made her a grandma for the first time. Oh, this is a special occasion. She says, we love you and listen to you every week. Oh, thanks, honey. I appreciate that. But just tell your aunt that this is a very, very special baby. Okay. Julie Musterman, she said, hi, Kelly. My husband and I saw a big, gorgeous owl swoop down in front of our car last week while we were driving. Wow, wow, wow. He's okay. And he flew right past us. But I'm wondering, what could that mean for us? So here's the thing. Owls bring wisdom. I always say that they're the female psychic and that the hawks are the male psychic. But owls during the day especially is really interesting, right? They just drove right in front. It really was trying to get your attention. They bring wisdom, and they also bring protection. And they teach us how to use our intuition. They teach us to understand that we to use our and to trust our intuition and our clairvoyance. And owls often ask us to see beyond the obvious. Okay, so that it's a wonderful sign. I'm going to guess that your lives will change having seen that. And your husband is 312. It's a Jack of Diamonds. Again, and you're September 2nd, and September 2nd is a 9 of diamonds. Oh, you guys complement each other. That's a good thing. I would think that your transitions with this eclipse would change your, certainly would do probably a move on this one. And you could probably change your careers too, because it would be a big thing. And the two of you together would do that. So Renee Hounsell, hi Renee. She says, Kelly, tomorrow would have been my wedding anniversary. Wow, Renee, we have to get you a card from your husband because I have chills. I still celebrate. I'm thrilled you do celebrate. My question is, do they ever relive or review certain moments as we celebrate a memory? Of course they do, because and I've got chills everywhere. Absolutely. They take with them their memories. And she said, as I think of our wedding day, can my husband be experiencing it like the day it happened? Yes, 1,000 times yes. Absolutely. Renee, I love that question. I have chills everywhere. And the answer is yes. And he says to tell you, I'm just a thought away. Okay? I'm just a thought away. It's there, right there with you. Okay? And I want to say something about Scotland right now to you, Renee. I just have to, he just put that thought in my head. I'm not sure exactly what it means, but I think it's important here. Sue Wells, my sister Nancy's developed cirrhosis of the liver. Okay. Due to fatty liver disease. She has a rare blood type B negative. Okay. My question is, are the doctors going to get things under control? Please and thank you. Well, this is a whole interesting time that we're going to be in right now, because this is the time that I would say allow healing to happen during this time. And I think that they can get a lot of things under control. I think she has got to make sure she's taking the best possible care of herself. And on top of that, I'm going to say something about releasing anything negative. Okay, I hope that helps there. Okay. Justin Stenger Kowal. Hi, Kelly. I absolutely love your show. Thanks, honey. I would love to know if you have a message from my sweet Oma. I was very close with her and miss her dearly. Her birthday was 3/27, which made her a 10 of clubs. She must have been wildly creative. 10 of clubs, so creative. They can write, they can sing, they can dance. Unbelievable. Okay, let's get a card. I feel healthy and happy. Oh, So that's a great thing to know. And that's the other thing is when we, on the other side, let's say we've been ill here. Let's say we're just worn out, whatever. You, on the other side, you feel so good. You feel so good and just so alive, actually. You feel alive. That's the right word. Okay. I think that's important here. Linda Frazier says, Kellee, can I have a card or a message from my mom? And your birthday is 9/22. So let's talk about that. You miss her so much. Oh, honey, I bet. You're a 2 of clubs, and I bet you do, because you guys would have been good partners there. So Linda, let me get you a card from her. Here we go. She says to tell you I am so much better now, but here's what I would say. Make sure you look at rainbows. Okay? Rainbows would be a sign from her. Okay? Okay, let's see. Okay, Melania Stan, my daughter, whose birthday is 12/12, she will have the most important race, but she got bronchitis. Any advice? Coaches are not happy, and she's been crying all day. She needs to take care of herself, and I'm so sorry that this happened. It's up there with the woman who got sick who couldn't go. Maybe when something like this happens, it could be saving us from something else. So don't look at it as a negative. Look at it as in life, we all will have things like this happen. And she's young and she's having this experience. It will help her to grow and mature. Doesn't feel like it now. Feels like shit. I get it. But then later she'll use this experience. And in life, we will all have disappointments and things that happen, perhaps out of our control, like most things. And she's a 12/12, so December 12th is a 6 of clubs. She's here to speak her truth. Oh, there'll be other great races for her. Just tell her it'll be okay. Okay. Oh, Renee says, Renee, your husband is from Edinburgh. Okay. I just heard Scotland. Yeah. Oh, okay. Thanks, honey. Okay. Tanya K, can I pull a card from you? Mahalo. Hi there. And you are 8/18. August 18 is an 8 of clubs. 8 of clubs, wildly psychic. Very, very psychic. Very anxious. Can't have nervous energy. Have to use something. As Jen Weigel said the other day on our show, when she did the show with me on Monday night, she said, anxiety is a superpower. And I thought about that a lot this week, and it's true. So if you are anxious, and you're so powerful, Tanya, there's nothing that you can't do. If you channel the anxiety into something, like use that energy. It's just energy that needs to come out. Okay, but let me get a card for you. Here you go. Let me get a Soul's Journey card for you. I love these cards. So fun. Okay, here we go. And regret. I know that I cannot change the past. So here's a great card, and I'll tell you why. And this is for you and for everybody. Let's say you guys have some regrets. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. This weekend is this eclipse. It's about releasing, I don't care, old wounds, old regrets. What are you holding on to? Regrets. Don't have any regrets. Live life going forward with love and passion and letting go of anything that is holding you back. Okay? Because in life, this earth is duality. Black, white, this, that, high, low. It's a great word, I would say that it is. It's a tough place to be. And so we're always going to have, we can't do everything, fear of missing out, FOMO. And that's just part of this human experience. You have all the experiences that you can have. But ultimately, your goal is to have peace inside. That's what a master has, is peace inside. There's always going to be some nightmare going around, and especially now. Try to develop peace. That's a good thing. Kathy Zudniak, she says, oh, good, because my anniversary is November 15th, and you would have been 43 years. Wow, honey. Wow. Congratulations for that. Joe Sunderledge, sorry I missed the first half hour with the sad events in Maine. You were so spot on about turbulent times. Yeah, I hate to say that, but Yeah. No questions today. I just wanted to say a fond hello. I had my first honeymoon in Madison, Wisconsin in 1970. Southern Wisconsin is beautiful. Wow. Joe, that's so sweet. Well, you know what, Joe? Let's get you a card anyway. Here you go. Let's get you a card here. It is a beautiful area. I swear it's so beautiful. Acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. There you go. That's always a good one for people too. And acceptance is huge. Things happen in life, you know. Okay, Marilyn Gabrish. She says, there's a tricky family situation coming up. Would you please pull a card for me? Yes, I will. And tricky family situations are my specialty. I don't mean to laugh, but man, families are something, aren't they? Okay. Patience. Perfect. I accept that everything happens in divine order. I love this card, especially Marilyn. Have patience, and particularly during this time. Okay, persevering Pisces. Hi, Kelly. My father's birthday was 8/16, and my grandmother's was 11/15. My mother's mother. I've been thinking of them a lot. Are they trying to tell me something specific? Well, I don't know. Let's get a card for you. If you've been thinking about them, what would you like from them? This just means that they're around, honey. Grandparents are always wonderful to have around. Okay. You are never alone. Here you go. Perfect card for this. You are never. All right. And Lori, from my friend Lori Counts, I want to give you a card too, honey. I didn't see your name, but I think you're here, and I want to give you a card here. Let's get a card for you. Nope, I already just did that one. Sorry about that. Oh my God, how weird is this? Loneliness. I know that I am never alone. Okay, how weird is that, Lori? That is a strange one. Loneliness. So just remember this. You're never alone, Lori. It's actually not possible. You've got your beloved father with you. Okay, just remember that I'm saying that. Okay, Lynn Gert, can we have another universe and have earthly lives? Can we be from another universe? Oh, yeah. And have earthly lives. Yeah. Starseeds. In an Akashic reading years ago, I was seen driving a spaceship, and I got lost. She goes, so me. What does that make me? Okay, that makes you a comedian. That's very, very funny. That would happen to James and to me. Wait, James and I would be driving and we would get lost. I don't care if it was on Earth, could be another galaxy. It wouldn't matter. We would always turn some oddball way. James and I were in Tahiti once, and we were driving, and it was on an island, you just go around on the island. And we got lost going around on an island. Like, how do you get lost on an island? You just can't, but we did. We managed to. Anyway, so, okay. So can you be, yes, that would mean you're a starseed, Lynn. What they're saying is you would be a starseed. So let me just say something. 6/23 is your birthday, 7 of clubs. So 7 of clubs is all about releasing negativity. 7 of clubs comes, they have to release negativity. They can't have addictions or be around people with addictions. So I hope that helps, Lynn. Service. I feel good when I can help others. Perfect. That's for you, Lynn. Okay. So I hope that helps. And let me see. I have some other questions here. Let's see. Hold on a second. Okay. And this is from Linda Cool. She says, my birthday was last Thursday on October 19th. Yes, let me just tell you about October 19th for a second. So October 19th is between these two eclipses. The first one was October 14th. The next one is October 28th. And you're the 19th of October, which is the 3 of clubs. 3 of clubs is all about psychic ability, intuition, doing business. So they call it the psychic writer, experiencing a lot of creativity. Okay, 3 of clubs is truly probably my favorite card in the deck. Okay, Tippy Landis. Hi, Kelly. I have so many questions about our destiny, and I love this question. She says, is it true in astrology that the region you were born in is a factor of your destiny? Yes. And the reason for your life? It starts off that way. Yes. As always, thanks for your wisdom. Oh, you're so welcome. Okay, so here's the thing. Before we incarnate, we not just pick our family, but what location do we want to live in? What location do we want to have our experience here? And so next time I'm going to not say Los Angeles. I'm going to pick another place, but it depends on also where our the parents that we need to be are going to be. But it also has to do with the moment wherever we come out, wherever we're born, that has part of our destiny. And when you do astrology charts, you need that exact place where you were born, because it has a longitude and a latitude to it that tells us exactly what the destiny point is. And so now we can change that by, like, when I moved here, everything changed. And when you do yearly readings, often with certain astrologers, they will tell you like where you should be for your birthday to get the best year ahead. My mother used to do this every year. She would see an astrologer, and the astrologer would work for months trying to figure out where my mom should be for her birthday. And one day she said, and my stepfather was always great. He was always like, all right, let's go to Hawaii, or let's go to Europe, or wherever. And she'd go, no, I have to talk to Helene. Helene's going to tell me where to go. And I'm like, oh boy, Mom, if I were you, I would go headed to Paris right now. But anyway, she would say, one day she came back and she said, okay, for my birthday, we're going to go to Anaheim and Disneyland. And we were like, you lost your mind? And she said, no, Helene said that any direction I go in, unless I'm in this part of the world, it's going to be a hard week or hard year for me. So my daughter was 2 years old, and we went to Disneyland for a couple of days. That's right. I still think of that. But yes, so it does make a difference. Yes, I hope that answers the question. It does make a difference here. So no, Discamp Dons, this is not a rerun. I am live. Ellie says, do I believe in pennies from heaven? You bet I do. Oh my gosh, pennies, dimes, nickels, all kinds of things. Oh, yes. Absolutely, I do. James's sister wrote a book. She passed, Lynn. She wrote a book, I think it was called like Dimes from Heaven or something. And maybe a week after she died, if that, in my bathroom sink, there was a dime, like just sitting there. How'd that get there? I don't even really have change anymore because I don't go out much. And when I do, I don't use change anymore. So anyway, I thought that was so interesting. I thought, yeah, it's Vicki Nason. You love that. Yeah. Cause you and Renee are widows. You both lost the loves of your life. You're welcome, Sue. I hope that helped. Okay. Brittany Wilkes Duval. Hi, Kelly. I love watching you. Thanks. I was wondering how I'm doing on my spiritual journey. I often feel I doubt my gifts and abilities and want to know if I'm on the right path. Okay. So let me just say this about that. And your birthday is August 22. A lot of people on this journey doubt their gifts. And as Mavis Patilla said, they're droplets of God that you get. So some people like giant droplets, like, please show me what I'm doing the right way. And this is where faith comes in. Faith. And you have to know and start to trust your ability gifts. And so you are 822, and August 22 is like me, a 4 of clubs. 4 of clubs is wildly psychic. And I would say start trusting your journey with your psychic gifts and abilities now, honey. Work on them. I talk about this a lot, but seriously, for years, I did solid meditations. I mean, like early into daytime, in the evening, I would meditate all day long sometimes. Now, I don't expect in the real world that anybody could do that. I had an interesting time during that period that I was able to do that. But it really did, meditation in any form that you can do it will help you with going inward and then help you recognize your gifts and use your gifts. Because it's everything starts with going inward here. That's how this works. So you are on the right path because you're 4 clubs. That's how I know you're on the right path. Now you just have to start trusting the journey. And the journey is the fun part of it. I know it feels like I want this now, and I want it to be them to materialize in front of me. And Believe me, you don't. You'll have a heart attack, and then you will be no good because you will be on their side. Okay. Betty Lucas says, can I have a card? My life has been so crazy this month. Was the second anniversary of your son's death. Oh, honey, the second one is so hard. I'm so sorry. He was 6/24 and you're 12/21. Love your show, especially. Oh, thanks, honey. First of all, Betty, I am so sorry. I'm going to get you a card from him because I have chills around him. And you are 6/20, or he was 6/24. So 6/24 is a six of clubs. Six of clubs is all about, a lot about family and spirituality and speaking their truth. And you're 12/21, and December 21 is a 10 of hearts, which is about having a lot of experiences emotionally. And what I can say about your son is it was his time to go. And I just heard that. I literally just heard him say that. And he is so around you, Betty. And I have to tell you this, something about animals with him. I want to say he's with a dog. He's got animals over there. I wish I had told you more often how much I love you, Mom. So look for, I've got chills everywhere. Boy, he loves you. Look at this. I love this card because it looks like the trees around here right now. So there you go, honey. I hope that helps with you. That is not, it was a great show with Jen, wasn't it? Okay, thank you. Debbie Jones Griffin, I would love a card from Message from My Mom. All right, Debbie Jones Griffin, let's get you a card from your mom. Here you go. I was met by so many loving people. How great was that? So let's talk about that. When it's your time to pass and you're never alone, they will come 6 to 8 weeks in advance. They come in, they're there, and then they take us back home. But then we do what I call a meet and greet. And this meet and greet is all the people that we haven't seen, and it's a beautiful thing. So just know that she was very, met with a lot of people. Gwendolyn Helena Feist, January 14th, feeling very fatigued. A lot of people are going to feel fatigued during this time. Rest, drink a lot of water, meditate, go inward, be patient. People's stuff is going to come out. It just is. I would let their stuff come out. Go inward. Okay? It's very important because as empaths are going to be particularly drained during this time. So remember, kind of protect yourself when you go out with the dome and try not to pick up other people's stuff. Okay, because the world's going to be sad and angry and bitter and resentment, and all these things are going to come out. And we're having an experience, right? The experience is go inward. And I love this expression, and I really believe it. This too shall pass. Okay, just remember I'm saying that. Anyway, January 14th is a King of Diamonds. Did I forget that? King of Diamonds. King of Diamonds. You're a female with a male brain. King of Diamonds can cut through the bullshit real fast. I love King of Diamonds. Shirley's a King of Diamonds. Okay, Heather Chamberlain Pike. I have been depressed for 3 months, really bad. I'm coming out of it. Do you think it's bad or a good thing that my home is full of orbs? I think it's a great thing. Videoing your cat, and they were. Okay, so I love that you have full of orbs. I'm glad that you're coming out of a depression. That's a great thing. That you're coming out of a depression. Sometimes, and then you have to really look at it. What was causing the depression? Sometimes depression is anger turned inward. Were you angry? Think like that. What was going on? But good for you to come out of it. Okay. And on earth, all of us will experience, depression, anxiety, all kinds of thoughts, all kinds of things. You're having a human experience. Okay, there you go. But I think it's a really good thing. And 3/20, your birthday is March 20th, and March 20th is the 3 of Diamonds, the hardest card on the deck, but they're here for spirituality. So always remember that, spirituality. Okay, now, please be good to yourself, be good to others, be patient. This will pass. Be patient. Let me just say that again. Don't drive recklessly. Don't do anything if you can. Okay? All right. Much love to everybody. Have a great week. And I'll talk soon.
Thank you for joining us on Ask Me Anything. We hope our discussions with Kellee White and James Van Praagh have enriched your spiritual understanding and personal growth. From recognizing spiritual elements in children to understanding the subtle energies of crystals, each episode is a treasure trove of wisdom. Missed a live session on Facebook or YouTube? Don't worry. You can always find the latest episodes on your favorite podcast app. Remember, your queries form the heart of our show, so keep those questions coming for the next episode. Before we close, make sure you've subscribed to join us on this enlightening journey. Until next time, continue to question, explore, and grow. The universe is full of answers awaiting your curiosity.